Hey, how you doing there, boys and girls out there in YouTube land? I hope you're all coping well with this shit coming down now, which I'm not surprised is happening in my lifetime, being 44 years of age. But then again, I'm bipolar. I'm an expert at being a negative, not on top of that, being fucking part Irish and Quebecois, French, Quebecois. Anyway, so it's a gorgeous morning here in Montreal. Look at this beautiful green on this Honda Accord. Fucking rare. What color are these cars usually? Just like everything else, silver, black, gray. Anyway, I don't know what street I'm on, it doesn't matter. I'm here in Hochelaga, we're several blocks from my place. And there's a Buick I've been thinking about doing a feature video on. 96, 97, 98, but it's missing a hubcap, so if I'm going to film something that's like 20 years old or just over, it better be almost mint, you know? On the other hand, this one here, I just filmed a few days ago because the other video I had made, I deleted it by mistake. Circa 1990 to whatever, 95, 96, good old GMC. Anyway, I was walking through the back alley over here, which I'm going to get to in a moment. I'm going to do like a kind of a sort of a full circle, you know? And I'm going to go down that alleyway over there, go down that way south towards Montreal, and then I'm going to poke through and come back around the other one because I saw a couple of oldies I think you guys will get a kick out of if you're a general fanatic obsessed with old cars like me. Old cars, trucks, buses, old vehicles, old buildings. Speaking of old buildings, look how nice that is, eh? Very 50s design, very 50s, 60s, you know. Ah, it's a beautiful day, feels good. The last 2-3 days have been fucking shite. I'll give you a word of warning. If you don't like swearing, don't watch this video. Don't watch a lot of my videos. I don't swear at every one of them, but because it depends. As I explain to people, me when it comes to the swearing, first of all, it's our God-given right as earthlings if we want to, okay? Unless you live in a fucking pinko communist fucking regime country, well, that's a different story, but... And also, if I'm at a really nice car show, you know, a lot of old people around stuff, and it's well-to-do, I'm not going to be swearing, of course, like crazy or anything, you know? So it's just, depends on the context again. Like I said, context. Oh, there's a kid coming towards me. That's great. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, maybe I'll walk backwards because, of course, I don't want the person thinking I'm filming their kid. I'm filming the alleyway, for crying out loud. See what I'm saying? Now, if this was the old days, nobody would have gave a shit. Seriously. You know? That's nice. Somebody one time, one of my fans sent me an email one time saying, you know, if he offered me to go ride around it with him in one of those. But the thing is that I'm not big on people, first of all. That kid is throwing me off completely. I'm not big on people, first of all. And let alone going to ride around with a stranger, you know? What am I, a hitchhiker or something? I don't think so, you know? So... I guess we'll move this along a little more quickly than I thought. I don't like that, you know. I don't like when people get too close with the camera range here and they get in the shot and they're distracting me from my, you know, vlogging. Let's call it that. Oh my God! Every time I see a fence like this kind of a gate like that, you see that design? That's very old. That reminds me of my grandfather's house when he lived on De La Paix in Cartierville, and. Remember, there was a gate like that for between the fence and the where the train tracks were, because he lived next to the literally next to the Two Mountain commuter train line. And we used to watch those old electric trains go by, you know, and they go by there. Yeah, it's funny because the other alleyway I was in, there was much less fences. Look around here; it's all fenced up. That's boring. But that's alright, I got 2 batteries, I don't care, no problem. You know? Why did I turn my hat around? I can't see well here. Thanks again, Alex, for the hat if you see this, but then again, I don't even know if you watch all my videos. I know you watch the trucking videos because you're a truck driver. You know? I just heard a guy comment in French that I'm taking photos of the houses. I'm not photographing, my friend. I'm filming. Je filme. I am documenting. Look at this oldie right here. That's a weird place for a motorcycle. Definitely not in service. No handlebars, no headlight. There's not even a name on it. That's a nice bike, though. Probably pick that up for 500 bucks, you know. Quelque chose genre là. Yeah, I pride myself on doing things differently. You know, I noticed something actually. What's nice about this alley, maybe because there's so many people outside, I don't know. Look, there's hardly any graffiti. It's great. C'est super. I thought about doing this walk in French, but I'm like, next time. Maybe I'll do another one later. It'll be in French. Wow, look at that. It's all, wow, that's really nice. That's very surprising. That's beautiful. That's almost surreal. You don't see stuff nice. Look at that. Who the hell is this person? Who the hell lives here? Look at that driveway. Fuck. What am I gonna? The door's gonna open and the 57 Thunderbird's gonna roll out, or what? I can't even wonder what the hell's in that garage. That is so weird. Look at the beautiful tiles and everything. It's weird. Look, even this is strange, you know? I don't know. It's strange. I mean, if I had money like that to fucking do renovations, you think I would live around here? Oh, hells no. But, you know, hey, people are... it's like my neighbor there that hates me there, Mr. 57 Buick Convertible. I mean, they do renovations and renovations and renovations and, you know. Oh, yeah. I showed that truck recently in a video. Oh, yeah, that's right. I walked through here. Yeah. Right. That's right. That's right, because see that over there, that's Place Valois, where you see that that awning, that red awning. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure, but I think that CP spur actually was right over here. Used to be tracks under here. Yeah. Yeah, so originally I had my mind made up this morning or last night that I was gonna go take my bike, take my Schwinn, and head on down, bike on down to the old port. But the thing is, you know, with this heart condition that's doing much better, I'm almost recovered. It's not a good idea because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to tell myself, oh, I'll take it easy, I'll take it slow, take breaks. Doesn't matter. You're fucking doing major physical activity, and it's not gonna play out well, frankly, because I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like the same thing like last week. It was a beautiful day like today. Actually, no, today's really nice. And then I'm gonna end up biking here, go to the old port, and regardless if I take a break, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna work out because I'm gonna pay the price for it for days on end, just like what happened last time. I was hurting for fucking 2-3 days, so that's no good. See, look at this. Look at this. All of a sudden, check this out. See that? I'm telling you, I would love to catch one of these fucking guys and wring his fucking neck. I'm dead serious. You know what I mean? There's art and there's fucking vandalism. And that guy just passed me. He looked like a fucking tagger. He looked like the type, but maybe not. He can't assume, you know? Anyway, so now you're going to get to see a couple of cool oldies here that I noticed walking through this alleyway here. Actually, one of them, they're both very surprising because they're both very rare cars. And they're both shit boxes too. That's the funny thing. And one of them looks like it's been sitting there for 20 years. And now things are much more better lit. And as you'll notice here, it's a little quieter. There's a little less fences and stuff, you know. And I might, you know, call it quits after this. I don't know. Maybe I'll go floating in another alleyway. But then again, the more I float in these alleyways, the more I run the risk of, you know, stepping on a fucking hypodermic needle or some shit, you know. I had a friend who had one of these once. And it's a fucking cheap fucking car. But there is one good thing about those Matrixes. I have to give credit to Toyota, is that they're pretty roomy inside. You know, like I'm 6'3", I'm a big guy, and I like space. I'm a bit claustrophobic. I don't know what the fuck this kind of nonsense is right here, man. Seriously, I mean, who the fuck blocks garage doors with a bunch of garbage? It takes all kinds of people, eh? Ça prend toutes les sortes, as we say in French. Okay, watch what's coming up, I think, behind that Ford there. What the fuck? Look at all this fucking shit. This guy a hoarder or what? Must be a big time hoarder. There, look at that. Talk about rare. Even has the Euro plate on it. This is a, I believe this is a mid-late 80s, early 90s Peugeot. I think it's a 506 or 507, and it's a wagon, for crying out loud. It's a wagon, or as they call them in France, a briac, or brake. I don't remember the reason why that is, but that's funny because I was going through a bunch of my old magazines recently, and actually I found an ad for one exactly like that, a station wagon. And Anyway, you know me, like I said, fucking Peugeot, Renault, Citroën, it's all fucking junk. You know, the people, it's funny because the people who love, the French love their French cars. The Italians love their Italian cars, their Fiats and their fucking Alfa Romeos, you know, and the Americans love their Chevys and their Fords, and it goes on and on and on, you know. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of these cars, they're good for, you know, again, eye candy and design, and maybe innovations, but that doesn't mean they're good vehicles, you know. But again, that doesn't matter. It's compared to all these cars today, most of them, like I always say, they're fucking like, you know, 90% of them are boring fucking econo, especially this fucking thing, the Leaf or the Pilot. I don't give a shit what it's called. Say Blatus. It's boring. So even though that Peugeot is probably a piece of junk, and I'm probably going to get flack for saying that from some fucking French guy in Lyon or whatever, I don't give a shit. I tell it like it is, you know. Let me tell you something too, by the way. Speaking of which, Peugeot, Citroën, all these cars used to be sold here, okay? And then they stopped selling them here, or the government banned them from, the Canadian government banned them from being sold here because they were such garbage. Simple as that. You know, same thing with Skoda, Lada, Fiat. Fucking Fiats were absolutely horrible cars. Horrible. My father had one time. He had a 69 Fiat Spider convertible, and he was driving on a fucking service road, the Trans-Canada Highway, and the handbrake went on. Never heard of such a thing happening. I like this. Look, again, not much graffiti. Not much graffiti, and it just occurred to me, you know why there's not much graffiti around here? Because these graph guys, they do this, they go to literally to all heights and lengths for people to see their fucking bullshit. And the people aren't going to see that here, right? They would rather climb a fucking wall of a highway and dangle from a fucking an interchange to look how weird that is. BMW X9, I rode in one of those once. Nice ride. Yeah. Anyway. It is what it is, man. But that's what I love about YouTube, you know, because whatever I do, I can show the world what I do or what I've done, you know. I'm proud of that. It's great, you know, and maybe once in a while, you know, once a year or something, I'll sell an original, you know, drawing or painting or something, you know. Ooh, I hear a jet. I don't hear too many jets these days around here. Christ. Like, seriously. I'm trying to see it. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Can you see it? I'm not talking about that jet. I'm not talking about that jet. That guy's looking at me. He's like, what the hell is this guy doing? I'm an eccentric. That's what I do, is weird things. Look at that, man. A Ford Fairmount, man. Circa 1978, 79, 80, 81. Look at that. That car looks like it's been in the ground for fucking 20 years, 25 years. Unbelievable. Is that crazy or what? And it's a two-door. Speaking of pieces of junk, eh? Holy shit. That's why when you see one of these, it's incredible, because there's such... They weren't good cars, you know, and not only that, they weren't even good-looking cars. But, again, you know, me, I'm interested in almost all vintage cars, whether they were good or not, because any one of them you see, they survive, you know? So it's cool, you know? There's a nice little cabane there. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up here at the end here at La Rue. Boy, those people are talking loud. They're throwing me off there. At La Rue de Rouen. Or as I jokingly call it, de Rouen. Look at how weird this is. Look at this, eh? This is maybe one of those types of people, you know, like they don't have a fucking dime to their name. They don't have any food in the house, no furniture, but they got this kick-ass Jeep fucking Grand Cherokee, you know? But that's I'm not going to assume that, but it's possible. But that's how weird people are today. See, look, they did graffiti Y here. So people could see it from the street. You're a fucking loser, and I hope you get caught from the cops, man. Oh, tabarnak, look at this. Now that's a way to end the video. And it's funny, because I was just looking at this Dodge Ram over here, and I was going to say, like, having lived here in Hochelaga for so many years, it's... become very apparent to me that Chrysler products are extremely popular here. Anyway, I'm not going to continue this. I don't know where I'm going from now. I guess we'll finish with this really fucking horrible Camry, which is funny because it's a boring car. Look at this thing. It looks like it went through hell and back. Okay? But they're great cars. The car probably has 500,000 fucking kilometers on it. It's a true Toyota. That was their best years. Was seriously the 90s, late 90s, mid-late 90s. And it's funny because if you were to go earlier than that, like 85, 86, they weren't as good cars. They were really not as good. Carburetor problems and you know, ask Simon Kelleher, he'll fucking tell you. Anyway, so that's it. Like I said, stay safe, and if you go out and float around like I do, don't go out for too long. It's probably not a good idea. And stay safe and wash your hands and keep your distance from people. Actually, no, stay home if you can, generally speaking, and you know, keep yourself distance from people. What am I fucking talking about? You know, come on. This is a communist wannabes, these fucking guys. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that. Adios, bye-bye.